I found these ones at the Dollar. Oh look, I found my other ones. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you do not know me, I am a first-year first grade teacher for the 2020-2021 school year. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a picture of all of the things that I have collected for my classroom over the last few months on Instagram, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see a haul, and a lot of you responded with yes, you would like to see a haul. Actually, everyone that responded wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and do a haul for you today for everything that I have purchased or received as a gift for my classroom this year. So like I said, I will be teaching first grade this year. However, I collected many things before I found out that I was teaching first grade this year, and so a lot of these things can be used in multiple different grades and are very universal. A lot of the advice that you will get as a first year teacher is to not go out and get a lot of things for your classroom. I waited to get a lot of my big stuff until I saw what my classroom looked like and could plan like a color scheme or a theme that I wanted with my classroom. So I did wait to do some of those purchases, but everything that I have purchased and everything that I have received are things that I genuinely will use in my classroom and I think will be very helpful, especially this crazy school year, to help my students and myself be organized and on top of things. So I do have a lot of stuff here and it's quite a massive pile, I will be honest, but I also have been collecting these things for months, literally since at least the beginning of the year, if not longer. I wanted to collect things while I was still in school, that way when I had a classroom, I had everything that I wanted and needed in my classroom, or at least the majority of it. I did not go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars this summer. I did purchase some things this summer, some of my bigger things like I said, but aside from that, a lot of things are small and have been collected throughout the years. So let's get right into it. Alright, first things first is my teacher planner. I cannot imagine going through a whole year teaching without a teacher planner. I am very particular on my planners. I have tried many planners, from bullet journals that I make myself to a million different brands and a million different kinds and styles of planners. I am extremely particular about the planners that I use. So I finally found one that I enjoy and that I think will really work for me and my style this year. This one is from Michaels. I can't remember what brand it is. I did post it on my Instagram, so if you're interested, there is a post of this planner and it is there. But it has all the months. It's got space in the back for some grades or anything that I kind of need to keep track of back here, some checklists. And it is nice and colorful, but not brights. It's pastels, which I really enjoy. So my next one is a laminator. This one was actually gifted to me during a first year teacher swap that I did on Instagram. And I have used this many times already this summer. I really like having my own personal laminator that I can do like small things through, because I do not have access to my school or my classroom yet, and I don't want to wait until the first weeks of school to start laminating things. So I got a lot of stuff done with my laminator this summer already. Along with the laminator, I did get one of the slide cutters. This is just a lot easier to use than scissors for my personal preference. I like very straight lines. I'm very particular when it comes to that kind of stuff. So next I have this little pack of these spot markers. These are like little sit spots. These are the Velcro ones that will just Velcro right to the carpet. I do have carpet in my room, so I will be able to use these. And I purchased this off of Amazon really cheap. I think like $15 or something like that. Around $15, and there's 72 different spots in here. So more than enough, especially for elementary. And I think that these will be great to use throughout my classroom, like not only as sit spots up front in front of the whiteboard, but also standing in line to wash their hands, lining up at the door, especially with our social distancing guidelines and things like that. These will be really good to space out and show kids where they can and cannot be. Next, I have some big posters that I found in the Target dollar spot. You will come to find that a lot of this stuff is from the Target dollar spot. And I found these actually just the other day and I really liked them. This one is the American Sign Language poster. I love teaching my kids to sign. I actually took ASL in college as one of like my first elective classes way back when. So yeah, I'm gonna hang this up and maybe this will be something that we work on throughout the year. Then I also went ahead and got 2 of these posters that look like notebook paper, but all of these open and fold out to an actual poster size, but I thought these would be really good when we start learning how to write letters or how to write our name on the paper, how to date something on a paper, things like that. This will be a really good guide and resource, and it is dry erase, so it wipes right off. Next is this little caddy that is also from the Target Dollar Spot. When I purchased this, it was actually kind of like a blonde wood. It was a really light colored wood, and I went ahead and just spray painted it white. I like the all white decor. It looks very clean and very fresh and very bright. So I went ahead and painted it white along with all of my attendance sticks and name clippies for our job chart. I also have another one of these that I use for my wedding that is not white, but I might be spray painting it white and putting it in my classroom as well. So I did pick up 2 of these, but I only plan right now using 1 in my classroom. These here are just some clipboards. I got a pack of, I believe, 30 clipboards in here. I can't remember, maybe it wasn't 30, maybe 15. I can't remember, but I got these off of Amazon and they were actually pretty cheap. I just got them in bulk because I knew I was going to be using a lot of clipboards, especially for social distancing and things. If my kids are on the carpet or around their room trying to space out from one another, or if we take learning outside, which I plan to do a lot, they will be able to have their own clipboard to work with outside or wherever else. Okay, let's move on to this massive box right here. I've got so much stuff in here. Another Target Dollar Spot find. This was out way before the school stuff was out. I found this at the beginning of the summer in the Dollar Spot at Target. So this is just a tabletop chime. It is just like the little chimes that you've probably seen a lot of other teachers use. It isn't as great or as loud as the bigger, expensive one that a lot of teachers I've seen have, but it does work just fine. At the Dollar Tree, I did purchase some dice. My mentor teacher a few years ago in 1st grade used these for a really cool word work activity. I plan on doing kind of the same thing. We can also use these for math and many other different things. I also grabbed a pointer from the dollar store as well, just for kids who come up and point on the board. I made sure that it was all plastic and easy to wipe down between uses. Again, in the Target Dollar Spot, I picked up a couple little clippies. My color scheme is like teal, purple, pink, and gray in my room because I have one like really massive teal wall. So I did pick up ones that were the closest to my color scheme. I thought these would be cute to show student work or to maybe put up different charts or different displays and resources and stuff. So I picked up 2 of these and I'll figure out how I want to use them. I also found these in the Dollar Spot. I thought that these would be perfect for some word work activities or some sight word activities. They are just alphabet kind of puzzle blocks, and I thought this would be a fun way. They have lowercase and uppercase, so this would be a fun way to practice capitalizing our words, or a fun way to just practice some sight words or some spelling words. I found this awesome board on sale at Michael's. This is a first day of school, and if you flip it over, it's the last day of school. Especially being in younger grades, first particularly, there is an insane amount of growth, not only physically but mentally and academically in 1st grade. And I thought this would be really cool to do the front and take a picture on the first day of school, and then do the back and take a picture on the last day of school. Put it in their memory book or their portfolio that they'll be taking home at the end of the year. I also picked up all of these at the Target Dollar Spot as well. I got so many great finds there this year. So I picked up some of these borders. I'm sure you have seen them literally everywhere on Instagram and YouTube probably. They do have a colored side, this bright yellow, which is really pretty, but I prefer the black and white. So I picked up 2 of the stars and then some little light bulbs as well. I also found these. I thought these would be really good to use for the first day of school, or maybe back to school night, which I'm not sure that we are having anymore. It's not on our calendar, so we'll see how that goes. But I think definitely at least the first day of school to kind of get to know each other and get to know everyone's names. I picked up this one pack. There are 96 different tags in here, so more than enough for at least the next couple years or so. And they're just these cute little colors. They say, hello, my name is, and I'll write all their names on, put it on their desk, and they can put it on the first day of school. I am also just as particular about my name tags as I am my planner. I don't like really bulky and cluttered name tags with like number charts and number lines and alphabets and colors and shapes and all these different things on them. I don't like when there's too much going on because then kids really don't understand how to utilize it and it just becomes a name tag. So they don't really use it anyways. I found these ones at the Target dollar spot. They have the alphabet up top, which I think is good for first grade. Spot for their name, shapes down here, and then right and left counting the math way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I really enjoyed that. 30 in there for $1. So that's pretty good. I do plan on laminating these as well. I also picked these up while I was at Target. It is just some different colored ink pads and then some more little alpha stamp sets. These are just the alphabet, all capitalized, but I thought this was another good way to practice some spelling words or some word work during daily 5, something like that. So I picked up a couple of those as well. I also went ahead and picked up about 1 million of these little dry erase pocket sleeves. I found these at the Target dollar spot, and I've been looking for a good, like, sturdy set of these that are gonna last me at least a few years. And I finally found them at the Target dollar spot. I was gonna get some on Amazon and they were like $30-something for 20 of them. And these were $1 a piece. So I spent a whole lot less and I was able to pick out whatever colors I wanted, some different fun colors. And they're actually really, really nice quality. So I think they will last quite a while. In the back to school section at Target, I found these cute little signs from Astro Brights. And I think these match the colors of my room pretty well. I do have some extra colors in there, but I couldn't really find my particular color scheme because it is really specific. So this was the closest I could get. And I picked up this one that is the months of the year kit, and it's all the different months of the year with the current month on it. So this will be good for my calendar. I just plan on doing like a whiteboard calendar, so this will work perfect. I also picked up the days of the week kit as well. That's a big thing in kindergarten first, is working on those days of the week, how to spell them, how to say them. So I have 3 different little things in here that says yesterday was, today is, and tomorrow is, or will be. And that way they Velcro and they can just go across and switch them out whoever my calendar person is. Okay, one of the things that I have been collecting literally for years, I would say at least the last 2 years, every time I see them, every season that they change, I grab some mini erasers. These are absolutely a teacher favorite. I can't think of one single teacher that at least hasn't used these like once. So they are all the different little erasers from the Target dollar spot. Like I said, I've been collecting these for years, so you may not be able to find some of these now, but they do have some new ones. But I have like Easter themed ones, I have butterfly spring themed ones, I have little dinosaurs, seashells, narwhals, starfish, under the sea, snails, turtles, and bumblebees, crabs, suns, and starfish, little pencils, little ice creams, little unicorns, pizzas, numbers, little earths. What else do I got? Rocket ships, bubble gum, all kinds of different things. I have tons in here as well. These are older ones. And I do have quite a few other bags, but I don't know where they went. So yeah, I just have tons of little mini erasers. These are the letters. I forgot to grab the board, but these are the letters for the little letter board things that you can like pop the letters into. I have a white one, the long rectangular one from Target. The stuff in here is actually from my mentor teacher. I have all kinds of stamps and stickers. I have bags, I have pencils, I have tons of crayons. She was cleaning out her classroom when I went to go pick up all of my stuff, and she was like, girl, I made a box for you. So she just gave me a bunch of the extras. She was moving her room and needed to kind of declutter anyways. She has been teaching for, I think, 20 years. And so she had an abundance of extra stuff in her room that she's like, I don't even know how long I've had these things. So here, just have a ton of these. And they're just like glue sticks and crayons and pencils and tissues and Ziplocs, paper, copy paper, all kinds of different fun little things, baby wipes, like literally a bunch of the necessities. So the rest of this box is full of all of that stuff, so I'm not gonna pull that all out and show you because it's boring stuff and it's just basic teacher stuff anyways. So, but I did get this entire box filled up from her, which I thought was super kind and really sweet. I think it's really helpful to have because those are some of the things you don't think about when you're setting up your classroom, or you're gonna need some of these things. So yeah, I did get some of that stuff from her. Oh look, I found my other ones. Spaceships, mermaids. Off of Amazon, I did get this wireless presenter. I saw this on, I think it was a Pocket Full of Primary vlog a while back, like 2 years ago maybe, was this wireless presenter. And it came from Amazon. You can just connect it right into your computer. I believe it connects through USB, and you can kind of flip through your slides. So things like back to school night, or if you use anything like that for like conferences or any sort of parent night, things like that, that'll work. You can also use it for the slides that you use in your class if you use slides. I particularly like using Google Slides, so this will be helpful for me to kind of flip through it and not have to be right next to my computer to click the button. I picked up these 3 bottles from Michael's. I plan on doing a mindfulness center, mindfulness corner, and I'm going to fill these with like glitter and water or slime, the little seek and find beads and things in there. So I picked up 3 of these to use over there. Don't know if my students will ever get to use them, but we'll see. My last thing from Target were these 2 little bags. One of the teachers on Instagram, I can't remember who it was. If you remember who it was, leave it down below. But somebody had a clean and a dirty bag for their masks, and I thought that that was perfect because although I know this is like kind of a touchy subject and teachers are really one way or another on this is really controversial, but I do plan on having some extra masks in my classroom. Things always happen, life happens, and there are times where kids forget their own backpacks or their lunch, so remembering to bring a mask every single day might be hard, and there are going to be some slip-ups where someone forgets a mask. So I am just going to plan to have a few extras in my classroom along with my masks, and so I can put them in the clean ones and they can know that they can grab one out of here. Those are their masks that they can use if something happens to theirs or it gets wet or it breaks or who knows. Just some extras just in case. And then the dirty one, which I will label dirty, and they will put it at the end of the day in here so I can take them home and I can wash them. I will also be putting my masks in the dirty one so I can take them all home and just wash them together. Next are my book bins. These are the one thing that I did not want to splurge on this year. I don't know how many of my students are actually going to be in class with me this year. I don't know exactly what it will look like. So I just went ahead and bought some cheap ones from the dollar store. They sort of match my scheme a little bit. I got pink, blue, and purple. This is kind of a weird purple and kind of a corally pink, but that's okay. It's close enough. And I went ahead and just got a full class set of these, and we'll just see how long they last or if I'm able really to use them this year at all. So I did just go ahead and go cheap on those because I just don't know, and I couldn't justify spending close to $100 or over $100 for really good ones when I don't even know exactly if I'm going to be able to use them and how this year. So I went ahead and just got these from the dollar store. They're actually pretty nice for me from the dollar store though, so hopefully they'll last throughout the year, maybe into next year, who knows. Here I did go ahead and get me a rolly cart from Michael's. These are the ones with the 10 different drawers. They're all the same size. I did get clear so that it would go with any classroom and any color scheme that I chose to have or will have over the next however many years I'm teaching. They were on sale for like $25 or something like that, so way cheaper than usual, and I figured that was the perfect time to grab one, so I did. And then of course at Michael's sale I also picked up one of these as well. I'm sure you've seen these on Instagram. They are just little photo cases that teachers use for a million different reasons. I wanted to get these and I plan on using these for very specific like task cards or extensions, things like that, but I'm actually going to pick up another set of these so that I have a whole class set, and I'm actually going to use them since they are a little bit bigger in size. I'm going to use them for manipulatives, whether that be for math, for reading, for writing, whatever I'm needing it for that week or that month. I am going to label all of them with my students' names, and then I'm going to use this to give them their own supplies that can be wiped down inside, outside. This can be wiped down. All the supplies inside will be able to be wiped down, and that way we can keep supplies separated, but everyone will have their own supplies in their own tub so things aren't getting lost or mixed or whatever. Last but not least, of course, I picked up a wardrobe rack, a clothing rack, and you might be thinking, for what possible reason would you need this in your classroom? I am actually going to use this for my anchor charts. I really don't like when anchor charts are just like hung to the wall around the room. I don't like when they are just kind of all over the place and ripped and falling and tearing off and whatnot. Once I use it in front of the class and make the anchor chart and show my kids how to use it as a resource, I will probably laminate it, hole punch it, and then hang it on here with some binder rings. That way I have all my anchor charts together, and whatever lesson, whatever subject we're working on, I can just flip it to that section and to that anchor chart that we're using as a resource for the lesson, and that way it's hanging there. I can move it to the front of the classroom, back of the classroom, wherever I need it, and it's not just continually hole punched or stapled to the wall, because that drives me insane. That is everything that I have collected for my classroom so far this year. Again, I don't know what the school year is exactly going to look like. We did get our plan back a few days ago for my district, so I will be updating you guys on that as well. So if you enjoyed this haul, if you want to see some classroom setups and a classroom tour coming up in the next week or so, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. I will try to link as many things down below, or at least the stores that I found these things at, so you can go find them. Aside from that, I do plan on vlogging throughout the year and just kind of updating you throughout this crazy school year. So if you want to follow along on my journey of being a first-year teacher through the 2020 quarantine and pandemic, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I update the most. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye, guys!